Welcome back to Talking a Pop, a Culture, and in today's video, we're going to go over a couple of books that we've read this week and that we've enjoyed. Before we do, please, if you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, hit the notification bell just to get notified as well when we make videos. Now, if you've been following our channel, you know I'm 1 month behind. I get my comics from America. I've done a whole video explaining why I do it. So I am an issue, maybe 2 behind. So forgive me there. Mark's going to review a couple of comics that I've got on my list, but I told him I'm not enjoying them, so he can spoil the hell out of them as much as he wants. But he knows certain ones he won't. He's not allowed to read. How are we, Mark? Got the flash on, eh?
Hey?
Got the flash top on, ready to roll.
Yep. Flash top on, ready to roll. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, mate. See, you're doing Movember early, mate.
Oh. I usually, for the last couple of years, I've always had a Mo, and for some reason, the last 6 months I hadn't, so I thought I'll get back to it.
Yeah, might have to. I need a bit of a shave. But anyway, let's go. We've got our first book. I'm going to do a shared screen here so you can see. And the first book Mark is talking about is Suicide Squad King Shark issue 1.
Yes. So King Shark issue 1. This is a series that I think is 1 of 6. So it's going to be just a mini series. It just starts off pretty much at Bellerive, same sort of thing, but it's mainly focused at the start of what's her name? She used to go. What was her name? She used to go out with Nightwing at the start of Nightwing run. So she's like graffiti stuff and stuff like that. Defacer, I think her name is.
Oh, yeah. I think I know. I know you're talking about. I just don't have the name as well.
Yeah, I think her super villain name is Defacer. So it starts off. She's just spray painting a Nightwing statue because she used to go out with Nightwing, and because he got shot in the head, he didn't remember her.
Yeah.
So she goes, "Oh, this is why you never called me," and stuff like that. And she, spray paints all over the Nightwing statue in Bloodhaven. So she gets put into Bellerive, and she meets King Shark, and King Shark finds a bit of fondness to her for no reason whatsoever, and she finds a bit of a beef with one of the other female inmates, and she's about to get her ass whipped. Defacer is, and King Shark just comes in and just flat out eats her. So yeah, it's off to the start, and then they find a friendship. But then Amanda Waller sort of made a deal with the shark sort of gods in the sea that Nanawe had to go back into the sea every now and again.
Yeah.
And so this time, because she doesn't trust him, she puts Defacer with him, so as collateral. So if he doesn't come back, she's going to explode her head because King Shark's got a bit of bonded to her. So yeah, he goes there, and there's obviously somebody who wants to take the throne of King Shark, and that's sort of where it leaves it. But I kind of like where it's going. So yeah, it's okay. It's not amazing, but yeah, it's a start of a story, and you can sort of see where it's going.
Yeah.
So
I had it on my pull list, but I just didn't get it on there.
Yeah. King Shark's good character, but solo series, I thought I'd give it a go. But it's I don't know how far you could take a solo series of King Shark. 6 issues is going to be a bit of a stretch, but we'll see how it goes. But at the moment, I enjoyed the first issue. As I said, it wasn't amazing, but yeah, King Shark, they've sort of taken like out of the movie. He's a little bit slower, but he's not completely dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but he's a little bit slower and kind as well. So yeah, I'm going to give it about a good 6 and just see where it goes.
Right. Nothing
special happened, but it's the first issue, so yeah.
Well, Lee, that's like a segue into my one. I'm doing Suicide Squad issue 5, where Bloodshot goes. I always get the name every time. Bloodsport goes into Earth 3. He's on a mission to do something, and he's obviously seen his brothers there. And man, I tell you what, I love the way Bloodsport looks in this issue. It is absolutely amazing. At first, I didn't really like this. I wasn't liking this run, but this issue really got me invested. It really got me. You know what? This isn't as bad as I thought what it would be. I'm just not liking the fact that Peacemaker's getting a real big push, because I know Peacemaker's getting a real big push in this because of the show that's coming. I know it's publicity, and that's what DC does. Whenever they got movies or shows coming, they really, really push down these characters. I think with that King Shark in its solo series, I also think that they knew that King Shark was going to be loved on the film, so they planned ahead and said, let's put a mini series out because people will jump on it. I really wanted to get it on my pull list. I honestly did, but I ended up going with Black Manta instead, because I was tossing up between those two. But yeah, this was a very solid read. I will give it I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I've gone to an out of 10 rating now, no more out of 5s, but 7.5 out of 10. It's a good book. I'm looking forward to issue 6, which I know is already out, but I've started to decide two books that I'm really enjoying the most. I'm going to stop buying from my comic book shop, and I'm going to start buying from the local comic store just so I can be up to date and be able to review them. Now, your next book you've got?
Moon Knight. All right, issue 2. So, so this is just off a new series, and I do not know anything at all from Moon Knight, so I just jumped on board with this because everyone seems to be raving about Moon Knight, so I had no idea about the character or anything, so I went in blind. I kind of liked the first issue. It was good that you sort of got an interview, like a view into what makes him tick, like what's happened in his life. He's died a few times and blah, 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 this and that. So I kind of like that. So this second issue, so it's just more like a little tiny story arc. A few people who have older people who are obviously possessed, but he doesn't know that at the time, are taking over a certain city, and he sort of just the same thing. Someone comes in and goes, "Can you help me out?" And he goes, "Okay, I can help you out," and sort of thing like that. And we found out that also there's something, the woman that's helping him, the receptionist, like there is a little twist to her. I'm not going to say it, so I'm not going to spoil it. But yeah, there is a little bit of twist to her backstory now too. We know what she is, and we know why Moon Knight's sort of keeping a close eye on her and keeping her working for him. But anyway, yeah, it had a lot of action, and it ended up being this dude that can control minds. And at the end of it, he goes, well, he goes, either you've got to beat up all these old people to get to me, or he goes, or you're just going to have to let me kill you and stuff like that. And Moon Knight goes, I'll tell you what, I'll compromise. He goes, you take over my mind if you can, then you can take over me. And he goes, he sort of backed his insanity, that the guy, that if he went into his mind, that he couldn't take it. And yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I've got it. I might give it a couple more issues, and if it's no good, I might take it off my pull list. But yeah, well, my next,
I don't 100% like it. I'm going to give that about a 6 too.
6, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just because we don't know nothing about the character. I really do think it's a thing maybe that diehard fans might enjoy. But yeah, I don't know. I'm at the moment, my first issue, I can't remember what I gave it. It was like 4 on my thingo. Well, my next one was, and it's hands down the best book going on DC at the moment, and that's the Joker issue 5. I got the variant up there because I freaking love Punchline, man. I really love this character. I'm so happy she was created. I love the way she looks. I love the details on her. I just love her. She's my favorite female character right now. Absolutely amazing. This issue is pretty much like it's one of those 2 issues where at the back you've got a Punchline kind of story going as well, but the main story is still in the show. This one's pretty much about the Joker meeting Jim Gordon meeting Joker for the first time, locking him up. People aren't really taking it serious. This guy's locked up at Arkham. It's when Arkham first started. and they just got, you know, low key security on the Joker, and he's like, no, you need to watch him. And it's just Joker with the mind games with Jim Gordon, you know, telling him, you know, you love me, you love me so much, you got to stay with me, you got to sleep with me, because they're not the police, because he's not the commissioner yet, he's just a detective, because it's way back when he first started. This is like a go back in time kind of thing. And they're like, no, Jim, we're not putting extra police on patrol for him. You know, if you want, you can sit there and look after him himself. So he's sitting there, you know, trying to make sure the Joker doesn't escape. His wife's getting annoyed because he's getting really addicted to this whole Joker. And man, it is a great. It's called the Joker, this series. It should be called Jim Gordon, because it's pretty much about Jim Gordon. But it is hands down one of the greatest series right now for DC. And yeah, man, it's one book that's straight on the top of my list. Absolutely love it.
Sweet.
Futures, your next one. And I believe you got the connecting cover for this.
I did. I got it. Ended up getting both from my local comic book store, Mark. But yeah, I got the other side. That's the other side, and they connect together.
Yeah.
So, man, I got both copies, and yeah, thank you, Mark, from Big City Comics in Footscray. And yeah, this issue was freaking amazing. Absolutely amazing. I really enjoyed it. Same thing with you, punchlines in it. And you're right. She is just amazing. She just got a lot of she just steals the show. I mean, like, I liked Harley in it too, but yeah, it's basically just Harley tracking down Punchline and just trying to kill her, sort of to just hate each other. And that's all the issue is. It's pretty simple. And then there's another girl involved who's a bounty hunter that's been hired to catch a Punchline because she's escaped. And yeah.
Question.
Yep.
Do you like the black and white kind of design? Are you liking the black and white design?
I didn't at the start, so it took me a while. I'm going to say no, to be honest. I would like a bit of colour.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got Harley and Punchline. You've got to have colour.
Well, that's yeah, like that's those characters are really, you do need their colouring for that. But I don't know, like at the start I didn't mind it, but now I'm starting to get kind of over it.
Yeah. If you can do it with Batman, maybe Red Hood, but yeah, the other characters that are coming into it, I'm going to put a bit of colour into it, you know, because these are colourful characters. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not a fan of it now. I was the same as you. First time I'm going through, I'm going, oh, geez. But then I got used to it, and now I'm just like, oh, I need a bit more colour.
Yeah.
But actually the storyline, though, and is a big suspenseful at the ending, so that I'm not going to give away. But yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't mind if you do, but yeah, this is another book that I might be dropping for my pull list.
Yep. Well, I'm going to give this one an 8.5. So I actually enjoyed it. I don't mind where it's going. So yeah, as I said, at the very end of this, I kind of like it to be just a Harley and Punchline, you know, story. I mean, like, this was probably the better of all the issues so far.
Yeah. You know, I wouldn't mind a miniseries of them two going at it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my last book that I'm going to review is Shazam. Now, you don't really need, I know people tell me you need to really read Titans Academy for this, but nah, man, you don't. You don't. You can enjoy this without reading Titans Academy. It says from the pages of Titans Academy, pretty much Shazam is having an impotency problem. He's can't get his powers to work every now and then. He just keeps losing them. There's some devil or something that's causing him to stop not getting his powers. So he's trying to figure out how to get his powers back, because he'll be flying the next minute, boom, he loses his powers and he'll drop from the sky. So I like stories where, you know, heroes have got to kind of try to be heroes without their powers. You know what I mean? Like with him, when he hasn't got his powers, he's a kid. You know what I mean? So that's what I find really intriguing. It's a 4-issue limited mini series, which is, you know, I really liked Jeff Johns, and then whoever picked, I can't remember the next writer that picked up on Shazam series. I really liked it, man. I really feel Shazam's a character that they need to do more of. You know, again, he only came out because they made the movie, and I'm guessing we'll get another 14, 15 issue series when the movie comes out again. But yeah, this is actually a really good read. Honestly, if you haven't got it, it's only 4 issues, man. Jump on it. I recommend it. It's a good story. Good story. And I'll probably give it a 7 out of 10. And the Joker, I forgot to give a rating, would be a 9 out of 10. Yeah, but if you're a Shazam fan, honestly, this is a book to most likely to get.
Cool. I've never read too much of Shazam. I kind of always want to. I like the Black Adam part, but yeah.
Yeah, I get like Shazam's not. Sorry, Black Adam's not much in it. Black Adam was in Jeff Johns' run, that series that came out 2 years ago. Awesome, absolutely awesome. But yeah, man, absolutely. Shazam's very underrated, man. They need to do more comics of him. Yeah. There you have it, guys. Let us know in the comment section some books that you've read this week. Yep, you don't need to remind me that I'm a month behind. It's all good. We know. Do you agree, disagree with our ratings? Let us know in the comment section below. I'm looking outside right now and it's pissing down rain and I've got my clothes out there, so I've got to go and get my clothes. Mark, as always, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And we'll see you guys soon.
See you soon.